everybody, I hope you are all doing swell and having a fantastic week. You might have noticed those red glowing clouds in the intro. That footage from this week, it was kind of a weird looking sky. Turns out it's the lights from the new soccer stadium, which is almost complete at this point here in St. Louis. And I guess they had all the lights on testing them and it was casting all that light up onto a low cloud base. But it was a remarkable looking thing and quite cool. So a quick update about Hank. Hank is doing much better. I didn't give you guys an update last week because we really weren't sure, but he's eating food on his own again and he's starting to feel quite a bit better. And I want to say thank you guys from 2 weeks ago for saying all of the kind wishes to our lovely feline friend. So thank you all for that. So without further ado, let's get into one long block of time lapses and then we'll talk about all of it. So I'll see you guys on the other side. So I hope you guys enjoyed that big block of time lapses. Definitely one of the longest ones I've done in a while. And it was a lot of repetitive work, but then again, most of the work here at the house is very repetitive. But we have a beautiful, beautiful setup here. Especially this panel right here. I'm actually quite proud of this. So in this section here, you might have noticed about right here-ish somewhere, now I've even lost it, but there was a rather large, I think it was probably about a 2.5 or maybe 3-inch diameter hole that somebody had drilled through this. It was a circular hole, so obviously with a circular bit, and it's gone. So I was able to fill that hole, redo the lines, and you can't tell where it was. So very, very happy with that. And I used 2 of their products to do this. The first thing you guys see me putting on is what's called liquid wood. And it's a 2-part, I believe, epoxy system that essentially hardens the wood, and you use that to fill the holes first. And it kind of acts like a glue for the second part, which is wood epox. And the wood epox is like Play-Doh. You kind of just mash it in there and you fill all the little holes and all the big holes. Of course, you overfill it and then sand it back. Now, how I got these grooves back in here was actually with just a piece of sandpaper, fold it up, and you run it into the grooves up and down until the groove comes back to life. So quite happy with that. Of course, it's not the only hole that was on here. I did miss this little ding here, but to be honest, it being imperfect makes it better because basically every single little bit of this, there's nothing that's perfectly straight or perfectly right. Leaving a little bit of damage, I do think, makes it more realistic in a house like this because simply put, these boards, they've been here for, well, at least 100 years. Now here at the floor level, you might have noticed, are baseboards. Now I don't know if I told you guys this or not, but all the baseboards in this room are actually stone. There's some type of granite or something like that. Again, me and my stone knowledge, I'm not 100% sure what type of stone this is. However, they were all stone, which is really quite incredible. And they cleaned up very, very nice. I even decided to nickel plate the screws as well, so they've got little shiny bits of nickel on them as well. And they look really, really nice. Of course, I still have to caulk all of this, at least to the floor. And I'll probably do against the beadboard as well and run a little bit of paint around that. But overall, that I think looks quite nice. You can get kind of a full picture of really what this room looked like from floor, all the beadboard. You know, the color is extremely close to what they had originally. Now, of course, these would have been painted back then, the 2 doors over here. But still, that's got to be something close to what this room looked like when it was first put in. This is the other wall here that I worked quite hard on this week. And actually, these portions here will actually be separated because there'll be a wall going right here with a door in it, so you can enter into the bathroom. So this is actually the first wall I've gotten anywhere close to done inside the bathroom itself. And it's starting to look quite good. One thing I've noticed about this area though is a lot of the boards have some rather large gaps in them, especially this one here, which is odd because it closes at the top up here, so it gets real tight again, gets real wide in the middle, and then at the bottom again, closes back up. So there's definitely a bow going on one of these 2 boards. Of course, not sure which one, and to be honest, I'm probably not going to fix that either, just leave it as it is. But this one here, this groove here gets really big to the point where I can actually see all the way through it, see the light. And that's just because that board's pulled off. It's the last board on the end, so it just needs to be tapped back into place. So once I can tighten this one back up, maybe stick a little bit of glue in that groove and push it back together, I'll go ahead and paint the final coat of paint on all this. So that's more or less the reason for the delay and not getting this one 100% done. But yeah, it's starting to resemble what it did back in the day, and I'm very happy with that. You know, every day you can breathe a little bit of life back into a place. It's a good day. It's definitely a good day. All right, guys, that is the episode this week. I hope you guys all enjoyed. Before we go though, I want to show you one cool thing that's happening this week. It's not going to be a big or beautiful thing for anybody, but it's a huge quality of life improvement for Kim and I that just arrived this week, and I'm hooking it up tomorrow. And that would be this lovely, lovely dryer and this lovely, lovely washing machine. I know you guys have seen the little hookup here probably in the background for a while. So maybe you kind of had an idea that it was coming, but I am so very happy to be able to wash clothes here. It'll save us a lot of time because when we have to do bigger items, I have to run over to the laundromat. And when we could do just small loads, I can run over to my father's. Either way, I've got to go somewhere across town and do my laundry. If I can just do it here while I'm working, oh, the time Kim and I both will save. Plus, I think this is the first time in my adult life I've actually had good, proper, nice washing machines. I had some weird little stacking unit in my last place which functioned, but it's kind of cool, you know, as an adult, you find these things quite cool to have a nice, you know, decent clothes washing machine. So we're quite happy about it. And these will be hooked up next week. As always, guys, thank you guys so very much for sticking with us and supporting us and doing all the amazing things you all do. You guys are absolutely incredible. And really, we couldn't do it without you. So much love for each and every one of you out there. I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend and an even better week. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.